All right, and it sounds like we are going to go ahead and get into our next run. Give it up for Phlap, who's going to be running Dust and Elysian Tail. Take it away.
Hello. Hello, Fastest Furs. This is Dust, and I'm going to be running the Any Warps category. Um, in short, this game is a very broken one. A little tidbit, we start the run with a save state. So, I guess, Adalor, if you'll give me a countdown, I'll, get this run underway.
I would be happy to. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to rocket jump, but it's not happening. That's fine. It doesn't matter too much. The takeaway is I'm canceling some animations to go fast. Right now we're watching a panorama cutscene. They're unskippable cutscenes, well, except by normal means. There's a number of them throughout the run, but hopefully we can skip a few of them with some glitches. Alright, maybe... Alright, not good. Alright, so the reason why I say don't worry about the rocket jumping is one, it's hard for no reason, and two, that was a good one. And two, we're about to replace it with this power-up dash. Gonna do a glitch known as dash canceling, but I will get into that in a second. First off, I need to skip some deer. Did I get enough height? There we go. So I just flew over a trigger that spawns a bunch of deer. If those deer spawn, then a secondary trigger will be active, and that causes a couple cutscenes and a forced fight to happen. Moving right along to the next screen is the Dust Storm cutscene skip. So... confident. Alright, we got it. That was a frame-perfect trick. I think I briefly explained it earlier, but I click off of the game at the same time I hit that trigger, or hit that power-up, and it lets me skip it. Otherwise, you can't, and you just have to be stuck in like a 30-second dialogue exchange between everybody. Alright. So now's a good oh, that's unfortunate, but no matter. Ideally you get through this section without taking damage or getting stopped at a red barrier like that, but enemies are funny and kind of annoying. I'll just touch this and we'll be fine. So the dash canceling that I'm doing, this is where the animation canceling comes into play. What I'm doing is I'm canceling the end lag of a dash with a crouching slash, and then canceling that crouching slash into another dash, and just doing that continuously. As you can see, it's pretty fast. Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Now they're moving. That's unfortunate. Oh. You are not dead. Okay, this is, that's fine. Enemies being enemies. Alright, and we can do the same thing, with the ground dash cancels in the air, maybe. Ooh, okay. Okay. So then, yeah. Another trick that I will be doing later is a Rising Dust Storm. That's done similarly by canceling more animations. Okay. Okay. Gotta escort this bomb all the way over to the right side of the screen without it blowing up. When enemies, for some reason, love jumping into it, but we got it. It is going to blow up this slime over here. Maybe. There we go. Take his money and go for swag. Didn't get it. If certain screens you leave with like a dash, you can like kind of slide across the ground, and it's funny looking because dust doesn't move. But anyway, we are quickly coming up on the end of Chapter 0, or the prologue, which is kind of one of the reset heavy points in the run, because, you know, you're going for PB, and this is the Rising Dust Storm technique I was talking about. We use it here because there's a trigger there that, surprise, surprise, has some cutscenes attached to it, and a forced fight. But we fly over it and skip it completely. We're into Chapter 1 now. Chapter 1 does not have a lot going on in it. It will see the first instance of the warp glitch, not quite yet. before that, we're going to do some shopping. We only do one shopping trip in the run, and this is why it was important that I didn't take damage through like that first segment. Is whenever you like break a wall, you get a wall chicken. We need to sell exactly 3 of them, and I'm missing one. I didn't notice that. That's fine. I have a backup. I must not have picked it up. Ah, that's probably what happened. Oh well. And we were supposed to sell 3 wall chickens and some other items and 4 keys. We have 5. Do not sell your 5th key. You'll be kind of stuck. All right. So let's see. I think I should have enough. 4 keys. All right, we do not. So that's fine. Normally we would do a glitch that will give us negative money. Because we need to buy 9 warp stones, we only have 8. But we need to have at least 40 gold to get that last teleport stone. Because we can do a glitch where we like trick the game into thinking we're buying one item, but we're actually buying another. We just get the panorama cutscene. Don't worry about it. I just made a save on the map screen. Don't worry about that until the end of the run. Okay. Oh, almost. There we go. That's unfortunate. This is the early flesh sheath strat. It's a bit tricky. Okay. Much better. We got this. Whoa, what the? Oh, that's fine. Oh, come on. Okay, we are home free. That's a bit of a tough trick. This is a Metroidvania game. You're normally supposed to come back here when you have the ability to climb these vines. But, you know, with the power of Rising Duststorm, we have the ability to fly. So we don't have to wait. And also, you missed, I didn't mention it, I did do the warp switch there. I just immediately warped there. By positioning the map in a specific location. And this is my backup for shopping. Let's go here. Okay. My muscle memory took over. And we get to watch a panorama cutscene. That's fine. I can rectify this in a second. It'll be fine. So, we're now in Chapter 2 inadvertently. And Chapter 2 has only a few things going on in it. The primary thing we're going to do is set up an exit warp location. Because with the warp glitch, it's important, or your exit position, like when you go out to the main map menu, is important. So, we're going to warp back to the end of Abadeus Forest, and then throughout the run, we're going to leave from there a couple different times. But before that, I'm going to do the rest of my shopping because I muscle memoried that warp. Okay. So, don't go there, just go there. And we go back, and then we're gonna go talk to Mordecai again.
I have the...
Nope, not cell mode. Alright. There we go. We don't need 3, I just needed 1 more. Alright. Now we're just going to leave, and then go back out to Abadeus Forest and get our exit warp location. So here... Over 1 more. There we go. I'm down here. That's fine. Not actually done that warp before, but I'm glad. Ah, that was dangerous. I didn't think about that. But anyway, we're moving right along. We're about to pick up our second, or not our second power-up. We're gonna pick up Slide. It's not too terribly useful throughout the run. It's kind of more of a mandatory thing that we have to get. We'll use it a lot more in the coming chapter, Chapter 3. A lot of narrow gaps we have to slide through. Like, the one use it has, like, glitch-wise is if you slide off of a surface, you get, like, a little bit of a boost. So we're going to make use of the exit warp that I just did, or just created, and we're going to go do the boss of Chapter 2. This is Lady Tethys. That's fine. Because this is the safety of the run. If I screw up a warp, I can just load save, because since you leave from the save points, the game will just autosave. So let's take this a little bit slower. There we go. Alright, so, like I mentioned in the interview, Lady Tethys has a pretty fun strat. You essentially just turn off her AI by standing on her head. Oop, she's gonna be a little cheeky. And I'm going to also do a strat known as zigzagging. It uses the same, like, animation canceling things. You're just canceling a left-facing crouch slash into a right-facing crouch slash. It's done very simply by holding down and just mashing left and right. Or holding down and attack and mashing left and right. Alright, so upcoming is another panorama cutscene skip. Oh, almost. Got it. I saw dust turn around there. That's how I knew I got it. But this is a bunch of cutscenes coming up. So, Adalor, if you got things you want to talk about, go for it.
Absolutely. We had a couple donations coming in the meantime. $100 from Tammy, no comment, but thank you very much for your generosity. And $50 from Jamich, our previous runner, who says, thanks again to Fastest First for letting me showcase my favorite game and to chat for bringing the hype and the donations. Kuronya the Crossbeats Cat says, trans rights, nya. Thank you so much, both of you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, we still have a bunch more cutscenes, so have at it.
I'm sure I can find something to read in the meantime. Let's go find an event announcement. In case you are relatively, like you're fresh to Fastest Furries and wonder what the heck is going on, we are a speedrun marathon, and we are once again proud to raise money for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline's hotline is a peer support service run by trans people for trans and questioning callers. Their operators are located all over the United States and Canada and are all trans identified. If you're in crisis or just need someone to talk to, please visit translifeline.org/hotline to learn how you can connect. Since 2014, Trans Lifeline's hotline has evolved from an entirely volunteer-run operation into a comprehensive resource that employs trans-identified staff and volunteers in a variety of roles. Hotline operators have already logged thousands of hours and are committed to being a reliable resource for years to come with your support.
Alright, so we're in Chapter 3 now. There's going to be a lot going on, but not a whole lot of new things. We just grabbed another power-up. It's the one that lets you climb the vines. We can fly, we don't need it. But we have it anyway. The main goal of this chapter is, we're trying to get to a mountain, but there's a barrier blocking us. So we need to dispel the evil here. And to do that, we need to find 4 items, so we can make the boss of the area, Cain, vulnerable. Cain is, in no few words, a bit of a nuisance. Luckily, we have a peculiar strat that, will hopefully make this relatively painless. But he's Cain and he can still do weird things. That strat is not moving. That's part 1. Part 2 is, oh, hello. Is, pausing and unpausing the game. So ideally, you don't move because that should cause Cain to do only, melee attacks. And your starting position, makes it so one of his, melee attacks won't hit you. Those are his, slam attacks. The ones that we have to worry about are his swipes. So we just simply stop holding all of our buttons, and, pause and unpause the game. And then, because Cain wasn't a headache enough, we're speedrunners, and we like to go fast. And what's fast is damage. Cain is going to give us a bunch of level ups. That's great. Unfortunately, because we are playing on casual difficulty, we do not have the ability to spend those as we please. The game will automatically distribute them evenly across all of your stats. So towards the end of the fight, I'm going to have to switch the difficulty to normal. So that way, the level ups that I get from the fight, I'll be able to spend as I please, which is all going to go into damage. Let me go this way. Just checking my notes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The reason why I explained it now is because I do want to focus on it, so... you've also got some things to read now, then go for it. Because, like I said, not a whole lot there's not a whole lot of new tech in this chapter. Oh, that was unfortunate. Oh,
Sure.
okay.
Just want to point out, we do still have for the next run the Sonic Heroes team bid war is still going. That is still open in case you want to influence which team gets picked. On my last refresh here, we did have Team Rose take the lead not too long ago. Currently winning with $309 to Team Sonic's $258. That is still a less than $50 difference. If you got $50 and you say, hey, you know what, I really want to see Team Sonic running this game instead of Team Rose, you have the power. You can make it happen. The choices are yours, and not yours alone. It's everyone's choice, but you know, some of your choices will be correct in who gets run in the run. There will be a run. Have we talked about merch lately? I don't think we've talked about merch lately. Let's talk about merch. Did you know that we have 3 brand new marathon shirts exclusive to this here marathon, Fall Fest 2022? Are unisex and women's options designed by artists in our fastest first community. Use the command !merch in chat for a link to our merch store where you can check out original designs from Arakun14, Heki, and Flux. Shirts are $20 and all proceeds from merch sales will be donated to Trans Lifeline. Marathon shirts will only be available till the end of the event, so do not miss out on your opportunity to pick one up today.
Alright, so here's Kane. Like I said, pause the swipes. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, but heal's nice. Oh, I took too long. Ah, he's juking me. That might hit me. Ah, I'm about to get hit. This should be fine. Alright, so here's the normal difficulty switch. Alright. There we go. Oh! Sigh of relief. Another benefit of casual is you can't die. You can die on normal. But, oh, gotta switch it back. So that way we get the unlimited stamina. Okay. So that is, 2 big hurdles out of the run, and quite the weight off my back. There's one final obstacle with the name of Gaius, but, we'll get to that later. Upcoming is the super long chapter 4. You have to, like, climb up a mountain. You do get, like, the Metroidvania staple of double jump here, and you can do some pretty cool movement with double jump. Unfortunately, we don't do any of that, because this is Warps, and we can just go wherever we want. So, big long level. Oh, moment. There we go. Bypassed. This is, again, just like chapter 2, so there's a bunch of cutscenes, so, yeah, got anything else to read, or maybe questions from the chat? Go for it.
Yeah, chat, if you have any questions to throw in about this run, I can definitely forward them in. But in the meantime, let's talk about what we are here. Team Fastest Furs, in case you are just joining us. We are a community of furry speedrunners that are welcoming and open to all. We currently host 2 online charity speedrun marathons per year in the spring and fall, and support ongoing community efforts throughout the year. Whether you're an active speedrunner or just someone who is curious about the hobby or our events, you can join us on our Discord by using the !Discord command in the chat.
Really quick. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. As a quick thing to mention, the reason why, or whenever you talk to an NPC for the first time, you get a little bit of XP. So we shove Gianni there to the left to skip a panorama cutscene when we go into the Moonblood camp here. And since we haven't talked to him, we're going to get a bit of XP and a level up. We're now the perfect level to finish the game. We're going to do one final exit warp, and let's see if I can go up. There we go. Gotta leave from here high. We're going to go warp straight to Gaius. And put in our damage. So, Gaius is kind of a straightforward fight. That's what we want to do. 1, 2, 3, and then a slam. He, however, can just kind of do that. That's called a parry. It's random, and way too frequent for what the coded rate is, apparently. I've had a couple different people look at it, and it's something like 1 in 49. Anyway, he can just kind of tell me I don't get to play the game by just spamming parry. I was gonna hope he doesn't, but he's being kind of difficult. That said, this is the final boss of the game. Oh, come here. What are you doing? He's not playing the game. He's running away. Well, we will chase him down, because this game just has like a wonderful homing system when you're in the air. Yeah, this is close to the end of the run. I guess just a heads up for tech. What's going to happen is everything's going to explode and then fade to white, and then we're going to be crawling. I'm going to skip that crawling section, and that'll be like when time happens, so it's coming up. So yeah, that save that I mentioned, that I made back in Chapter 1, that I made on the map menu, loading that causes weird things to happen. One of those things is it just kind of lets you skip this, like, crawling segment, which takes forever. So we're going to just load it. Well, everything's purple. Let's try again. Just kidding, you have to load it twice. So, time is now. Yeah, so that's the run. I guess, while this very sad cutscene is playing, I'll give some shout-outs to, the community members that have, like, really helped me a lot with this run, if you don't mind. So I guess I'll... yeah. So, the first person I'd like to mention is Murtag. He made a very comprehensive guide of this 20-minute run. It's like a 2-hour video, just going through the ins and outs, explaining everything. It's very helpful for new players. Which, fun fact, if you go on speedrun.com, we do have our own Discord. You can find it there, so hit us up if you're interested in learning any of the categories. The other person I want to shout out is Tack. He's been extremely helpful in the past couple of weeks when I've been running and practicing this game. If I just have like a random tech question, he kind of just seems to have the answers. He's also got excellent movement in this game, so like minor optimization things, just really helpful. The other person I'd want to shout out is my buddy Rob. I met him through the Dust Discord. He encouraged me to submit this here, and he's also just like our resident glitch hunter. He finds a lot of glitches. He actually found a pretty big skip not too long ago, maybe about a year ago, I think it was, for the other category. It just lets them completely skip Chapter 1. That's about all I have for shoutouts. I guess I'd like to thank Fastest First for having me, having this game, and just running this marathon. It's awesome.